the weird thing is, like, I don't really like regular pickles, but like when I make them, like because I made it, like I think I like it. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like weird food things that like until I understood how to make it and like what the ingredients were, I was like less grossed out by it.
Yeah.
Because there's just some food where there's like a weird texture in it or a weird taste that like you can't put your finger on and it like wigs you out.
True. I tell you, dude, I really came to that revelation when I started understanding what tartar sauce is, dude. Tartar sauce kind of blew my mind.
What is
It's
it, like
mainly-
horseradish and mayonnaise?
Maybe. I don't know. But I know there's a lot of dill in it.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of dill weed in it. And I didn't even know what dill was.
Little
I knew
herb.
it was the name of the kid on Rugrats. And also, you could call someone a dillweed as like an insult
Dill
if you're a
pickle.
Gen Xer. But like other than dill pickle, yeah, dill pickle. But actually, you might
the
be right.
name of the baby and also
No,
the
you know what it
pickle?
is, dude? It's relish and mayo, not horseradish and mayo.
Oh.
I
For
don't know. I'm
tartar
just-
sauce?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if that's right.
It's definitely not horseradish and mayo. That's
Relish
horsey
is-
sauce. You're thinking of horsey sauce.
Relish is so green, I feel like it would tint the tartar sauce towards green.
I feel like what you're thinking of right now, horseradish. Okay, so horseradish and ketchup is cocktail sauce.
That's cocktail sauce.
Horseradish and mayo, I thought
Is
was
horsey sauce.
Horsey sauce, which is like a Maryland thing. I almost feel like.
That's like an Arby's thing.
Yeah, it's an Arby's, thing, which is Maryland. Everybody knows it.
Maryland,
Arby's,
baby.
Maryland. You're thinking Arby's? No, you're thinking Maryland, baby. But mayo and relish, that
'Cause
might not
tartar
be a
sauce
thing.
is also a seafood thing, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah, and you can put it on your crab cake sandwich. And when I first had a crab cake sandwich with tartar sauce on it, I thought it was very white trash. I was like, who the fuck puts tartar sauce on their crab cake? But then I realized it's actually fucking delicious. And it's the best sauce to put on your crab cake.
Siri, what is tartar sauce made out of?
Tartar sauce is made up of pickled cucumber, tarragon, caper, parsley, chervil, chili pepper, chives, and mayonnaise.
Okay. So
Pickled
yeah,
cucumber is
it
relish.
is, yeah, that's relish.
Didn't say dill in that, though.
It
But dill
yeah, it had
pickles, though.
Parsley and capers. Capers is weird to me. Aren't capers like caviar almost, or what are capers?
Capers are a kind of, I think they're in the same family as olives almost. They're a fruit, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought
they
they were
never
like
expire.
seafood somehow.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's always served with seafood, so
It's
I
always
just
served-
assumed it can't. I thought it was like, you know how like mustard and crabs,
Yeah.
it's not real mustard. I just
Mustard
thought
is seafood.
capers were like fucking the shit that was in there with the eggs. And just like fucking miscarried crab eggs or fish eggs that were fucking served
Nah,
up
dude.
next to it.
Capers are a type of fruit, I'm pretty sure, and I know that because I had my lox bagel with light capers today
Yeah.
because it was seafood.
Yeah. Well, also I think it tricks me because they're like wet. You get them out in the same way that you would get caviar out.
It's wet, so it's like that's water. That's seafood.
Yeah. Just like pickles and
These came
pickles,
from
they're
the sea.
sea cucumbers. Like the fucking the jelly fishermen.
Capers are an underrated. Well, that's the thing. They're not really underrated fruits at all because no one even knows they're fruits. They are fruits. I don't know that for a fact, but I would be willing to bet that it's true. And they only go literally on like caviar, which no one ever eats. No one eats caviar. Have you ever had caviar in your life?
No, it freaks me out too much.
Have you had the opportunity to have caviar?
Yeah. I've seen it at places.
I don't
Like
even know if
I've
ever been
worked enough
presented with it.
events where it's like it's there. You know.
I don't understand the appeal. It's like it's whale eggs, right? Or like
No, it's
What is-
fish eggs. Whale eggs. Whales are mammals, dude. They don't even have eggs.
You're right. Capers are whale eggs. Caviar.
No, caviar. Well, like caviar, and then sometimes if it's like a specific fish, it'll be like a salmon roe. If it's like salmon eggs, but I think caviar is just like a certain type of fish egg that's, I don't know if it's preserved even. Like, I just think it's canned for the most part.
That's one of those foods that I just feel like isn't actually good. It's just the fact that you're eating it.
It's like a status thing.
It's like, oh, I got caviar at my event. It's like, dude, but nobody likes this. Like, I'm eating Tostitos scoops with queso dip, and it's way better than this caviar. I would have
like, I wish you had bagel
Tostitos.
Bites. Like, I wish you had bagel bites.
If you had Totino's bagel bites, I would prefer that to this caviar. This caviar is like $25 per teaspoon.
Yeah.
And I don't even like
it. You
it.
could have had a Red Baron pizza, and I would have eaten more of that than this caviar.
Caviar is literally like when I went to that nightclub in LA, and the whole point of going to that nightclub was literally just to be able to say that you went to that nightclub. Because the nightclub itself was not fun. You had to wait an entire drink's worth of time to get your next drink. So you basically, if you were planning on drinking at the place, you had to wait at the bar the entire time. Because by the time you got your first drink, you needed to start thinking about ordering your next drink, or else you were going to go fucking dry for the next hour. And like, it wasn't fun, but it was all about just the fact that you were there and could say that you got in and you knew somebody. And I think that's what caviar is. Caviar is not good. It's not a good food. But nobody wants to say, yeah, I went to Jimmy's party and he had a bunch of fucking chips and queso, because that doesn't sound cool. He went to Jimmy's party, he had caviar. He had fucking
caviar, champagne,
hors d'oeuvres. What's an hors d'oeuvre? Just an appetizer. Hors d'oeuvre. This is just an appetizer, which is a big word in and of itself.
Dude, white people flourished when they discovered the term hors d'oeuvre.
They did. That's really when we kind of like made everything happen, I would say.
No, that was like a Karen party trick.
Yes.
That was that was just like something up their sleeve to be like, ooh, but this is fancy.
You know what my party trick's going to be when I have parties, dude? I'm going to get a fucking clown. I think that would be cooler. I think that if you left my party and you were telling your friend about my party weeks later, oh, how was Jimmy's party? And you'd be like, oh, yeah, well, Phil's party had caviar. And you'd be like, oh, yeah, well, Jimmy's party had a fucking clown. And they'd be like, oh, was it like a kid's party? Was there like kids there? Was he making balloons? No, it's just a fucking clown, dude. He had it walking around. He was doing like the fucking burp, 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 burp. Yeah, doing like zonky shit.
Zonky.
Zany.
Yeah. My dream was to always have like a swag bag at a party.
Swag
to
bag.
Like just give everyone like an iPod shuffle at the end of the night.
Dude, that would be sick. When you can start providing swag bags for your events, that's when you know you fucking made it, bro. That's when you know. I definitely at the very least want to get a magician.
That's when you wake up and know you're an adult.
You're like, dude, I just bought an iPhone shuffle for millions of people. Tens of people. My best friend.
Tens of fives of people.
At least get a magician. Clowns are kind of like a combination magician, comedian, and some other thing I can't think of. But like there's a lot of magic with clowns. Like clowns do magic, but we don't ever think of them as magicians, you know? But like the stuff they do is magical.
Yeah.
You know, like they like do things and you're like,
yeah, how did they all fit in that car?
Yeah, how did they get in that car? How did he pull all those things out of that thing? It was funny.
How did he
yes.
swallow that axe?
It was funny, but that wasn't the main thing. What was the main thing?
It was hilarious.
It was
when
hilarious,
he beat his nose
but also
in front of that lion.
Unbelievable that he did that. It's the main thing.
The nerve.
This rodeo clown that evaded this bull. Hilarious, yes, but also unbelievable. I think clowns are more unbelievable than they are funny because I can't believe clowns. I can't believe that they exist, and I can't imagine. I've never met a clown. I've never met one. I don't know if I've never like talked to a guy at a bar.
We're not near a clown school.
That's true. Not a big clown town, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Not a lot of clowns. I've never been sitting at the bar and be like, so what do you do? And he was like, well, actually, I'm a clown. Oh, really? What does that pay? You wouldn't believe it.